Hello, Taurus, and welcome. It's Rebecca, Empathic Crow. I do my readings kind of like a story. Sometimes it's past, present, future. Sometimes it's what has been affecting you. What does it cause? Whatever it is. We just go with the story here. I'm an intuitive tarot reader, so I do have training on the cards, but at the same time, each card may mean something different for somebody. And this is a collective general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not all of it may fit, and if this doesn't fit for you, it is a timeless reading, even though I'm recording it in February for the energy of February through the end of March. Then maybe the next one or maybe another sign will work for you. It doesn't matter if Taurus, I just did Aries, if Taurus is your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign, whatever, if the information resonates, then it does. Working on these intros, pre-shuffled the cards. We are going to just see what comes through. So I'm going to ground myself because your energy, Taurus, usually is going to be very earthy and grounded, I feel like, even if you may be a bit stubborn, but something feels like it's ruffled your feathers, like something just doesn't feel comfortable, and we're going to see what that is. So let's take a grounding breath. You can take it with me if you like. Yeah, something doesn't feel comfortable. All right, God, angels, ancestors, and guides. What is it that Taurus is dealing with right now? There's, looks like a few things because things are sticking out and then they're not wanting to come through. Like, so the Hermit, I feel like this discomfort that you've felt has been there for a while, and it's pushed you into this mode where you just want to not be around people. Even like you just want to stay at home. You just want to not have to deal with people unless you have to deal with people. Yeah, I feel like a pulling back. Like even with that darkness, there's the light of the lantern, but it just feels like I just want to be in my little cave. I just want to be in my little spot and just stay there. So that's what's coming through right now. There is a star in the lantern that's lighting the way. So I feel like some of that may be some healing too. The way the Hermit has his head down and he is walking on top of a mountain, like this has been a treacherous journey and I feel like you're just tired. Like that's the energy I get. Like you see me go like this and this is how it feels. It feels like you're tired. There's been so much going on or so many things that are uncomfortable, chaotic, whatever it is, and you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to be on my own. What else is going on for Taurus? Three of Pentacles came out in Aries reading as well. I feel like you've been working really hard, but you've not been letting yourself be playful. So looking at it a little more. Yeah, this is bringing in even a different energy than an Aries. Like I said, I think I said I'm an intuitive reader. So I'm looking at this and it's like you're working hard and you're trying to do what's required. And you got somebody here and they're like telling you the rules and what you have to do. And then you've got somebody here who's like, oh, but we need for you to do it a bit differently. Like bring in your personality, bring in some creativity. And then this person over here is like, no, that's not what we're saying at all. Like, I feel like that's part of it is like this Hermit Taurus is because it's like, well, what are the expectations? What do you really want from me? And if I'm doing a good job, why are you getting on to me? Like this is what I'm getting. Like I'm seeing that as a contract. So this feels like it's work, and Pentacles can of course be about your money and your work and stuff, but it feels like this is work. It feels like you're in a structure that can be very, with like some of the antiquated is the only word coming into my head, but that's not the one I want. But like the structures that are more antiquated is the only word coming into my head, so we'll use it. Antiquated type structures, like you're trying to work within this structure that's been around for a really long time, and you don't necessarily get to let your personality shine. And so that's who the other person is. The other person is your inner child. Your inner child says, this stinks. This sucks. I want to do what I want to do. And then you've got these structures saying, nope, you got to do it the way that I tell you to do it. And it's creating a lot of discomfort. And that's part of why you're like, I'm going to just go up onto the top of the mountain and be away from everybody. And they can all just stay to themselves, because I just want to be who I am. There's this part of yourself that's just screaming for you to be able to shine. And I'm seeing it now, even with the yellow of the apron he has on and the yellow of the cloak. Like there's this little piece of you that you're still trying to show, but then this person's coming in like, no, we got to do it this way. That's how this feels so far, Taurus. Let's see what else is coming through. Interesting, the World, and I think Pisces got the World earlier. Oops, I keep forgetting she does not have a top on. Oh my goodness. And so with the World card, I feel like this for you is kind of talking about that you want to show your personality off. You can be pretty funny. You can be like I'm just seeing you in a crowd and maybe family and just really enjoying sharing and interacting. Yeah, like this is like a family gathering. Like there's good food, there's good conversations, you're really enjoying it. And that's who you want to be. Like that's you, that playful aspect. But something is just making it to where you're having to focus too much on things that, and it probably is work, that feel uncomfortable. And you're just like, you know what, I don't want any of it. And it could be that some of this is bleeding over into those situations where you feel like your world is changing, and we'll put the amethyst over her. Your world is changing, and Taurus, you're even represented on this World card with the bull. Trying to look and see what else is coming through with this one. It feels like you're just being pulled in different directions is what I'm seeing on this. Like you're being pulled in so many different directions and it's not comfortable because you want to kind of stay in your lane. I feel like you want some fun and some passion, but at the same time, you also want the comfort of knowing what to expect, but not so rigid as this. Not so rigid as this. All right, what else for Taurus? The Seven of Cups. So you've got options in front of you, but you're not sure what to choose. You've been thinking about them. You've been looking at the options. You've been trying to decide. But notice even on this cup that has a victory wreath in it, there's a skull. So it's like even the good things, you're not sure what it's going to lead to. Because in the past, you've made these choices feeling like I've weighed out the choices. I know what I want. I feel like this is going to be comfortable. And then it feels like it's a really good choice and something happens. And it kind of, like even the mountain is right beside my finger as I say that. Like it feels like it just kind of nullifies whatever it is that you thought was going to be good. So some of the things in here are good. Some of the things aren't necessarily. And some of them may seem like they are good or bad, but they may not be. Like dragons. Some people fear dragons. I see dragons as protection. So it just depends on your view. So this is you pulling back and being discerning. You don't have to fully pull back into the hermit mode. You may already be there. But just understanding that weighing your options is a good thing, but you can't just, I heard the phrase, I try to not say a lot of swear words in my videos, even though I go ahead and put there for 18 and up, but I keep hearing shit or get off the pot. Like you can't stay stuck in this mode where you're trying to figure out what decision to make all the time, or you're just stuck there. And then nothing bad may happen, but nothing good may happen either. So you are already putting in the thought or even maybe some research or looking at what are the different options. But it's about understanding that you can use your discernment and trust yourself to make a choice. And even when a choice is a good choice, it doesn't mean it's always going to work out the way that we think it's going to. So we can't stay stuck in that fear of, well, what if this isn't good? Or what if this turns out to be something I don't want? That's what I'm feeling so far for you, Taurus, with this reading, is it's trying to balance that inner child with responsibility and things and decide what is a good option for you without losing yourself. And the Knight of Swords is saying you got to take action. You got to think about it, but you've got to make a choice. Again, with that Seven of Cups, I feel like the Knight of Swords is coming in and saying, look, assess quickly. Is it logical? Have I thought this through? Is the communication feeling like it's on point? If it is, let's make a choice. Let's not get stuck. Again, it's not allowing yourself to get stuck in your mind, because that's where you're getting stuck, is in your mind. Anything else from the tarot cards? This is the Radiant Rider Waite Smith deck. I'll try to put these in the description. Seven of Swords. So here's that playful energy look. That cloak is the same one that's being worn in here. I'm hearing cut your losses and run. Like, you can cut your losses that you've had with whatever choices from the past and run. Like, there's a very, like, mischievous quality to this person. Look at that face. Like, they're just like, okay, nobody's looking. They're in their tents. I'm going to just take the swords and go. So they can't come back and stab me. They've only got 2 swords left. I've got the other 5, right? Yeah, 7, 5. I heard sneak off in the night. You don't have to just sneak off in the night. Like, you can make a choice. You definitely want to bring some of that playfulness back in, but you don't have to do it in a way where you're kind of like, I'm going to go and I'm going to take my things and some of the things that they could try to take from me or whatever. It doesn't have to be cutthroat is what I'm hearing. It can just be you making the choice to leave, do something different, to get out of that 5 of Pentacles feeling where you feel like it's, when I see this, I'm seeing you just kind of feeling like you're always doing and giving and not getting what you expect in return. And that's part of where this comes from. It's like, if you're not going to give me what I'm working for, like, I'm putting in all this work and you're not going to give me even the equivalent of what I should have, I'm going to just, like, take the money and run. And I said this recently when I did a Seven of Swords interpretation with a card, and it wasn't this deck, but that's the song that keeps coming into my head, even though it didn't before. But it's like, go on, take your money and run. It's a song from before I was, maybe before I was even born, I don't know, but go on, take your money and run. Yeah. And that's the energy, like that very playful, I'm going to just run, I'm going to take it. Taurus, when we started out, I was feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders, which, you know, you got the world. And now it's like, no, I can be playful. I can turn this around, but it's about balance. I feel like that's what we're going to see coming out here. All right. So we have this. Oh, I got to cover her too. I got to cover her in a couple of places. So you may not even be able to see her face because I'm trying to cover her bits that people may have a hard time with in YouTube land. All right, so here she is, the Star card. The Star card is a lot about healing. So while there have been things that have happened that haven't felt like they were in your favor and they've been difficult, is that too big? This is about you. Here we go. This is about you healing. Like taking your power back and healing those hurts, being grounded, but also being able to deal with your emotions. It's not putting those emotions to the side and not paying attention to them. It's pouring from both cups. It's not just you pouring in and not getting anything back. It's not just focusing only on nurturing yourself either. It's about a balance. So with that Star card, we are looking at healing, and part of that is going to be the Four of Swords, which is that rest. Because you can't be in this mode all the time where you feel like you're having to cut through things and try to decide what's the least, because I'm not seeing it as what's the good choice. I'm hearing it as what's going to do the least damage. What's going to do the least damage? What is going to be the choice that's going to help me? I want to believe, I want to hope that it's going to be something different. And so it's felt just so overwhelming. This is healing, taking a rest, taking some time. Again, we don't want to get stuck in the repair time, because then, should we get off the pot, we get stuck. It's not getting stuck, but it's healing. It's focusing on you. Like, I'm seeing a lot of focusing on you and figuring out what you want, not what everybody else wants, not what the world wants, figuring out what you want. Anything else from the tarot? The Strength card. Yeah. So again, healing, increasing that confidence, being able to know that some situations may look treacherous. They may not look like paths that you want to take, but it doesn't mean that it's wrong or that it's going to be difficult. It's just, it's territory that you haven't navigated yet. There's mountains in the back. There's green here. So bringing your heart chakra in and having that confidence. She's reaching into the lion's mouth and she's doing it with peace. So it's not that you have to be in these situations where you feel like, again, that it's always a battle. But it's knowing that because of the battles and things you've been through, you've got that strength. And even if something isn't easy or it's something unknown, that you can navigate through it. All right, so we're going to move on, 1616 on the clock, Taurus, to the Love Oracle cards. Not necessarily that this is love reading, but I love these cards because they do have like situations, emotions, and things that can be helpful. So for Taurus with the situation, what does Taurus need to, I didn't even say, so we'll see what Spirit says. Second chance. Another sign got this as well. I can't remember right now which one it was. Second chance, reconciliations, making amends, opportunity. So this is you seeing that, again, it wasn't just that you put in all this work, you did this thing, and then it didn't work out, now it's done. It's knowing that you have the ability to decide how you move forward, what that second chance looks like. The reconciliation doesn't even have to necessarily be with a person. It can be a reconciliation and making amends with yourself. I apologize to myself that I made decisions that felt right at the time, but maybe put me in a situation that wasn't helpful. But I recognize the opportunities now. I'm not blocking myself from the opportunities because of the things that happened in the past. What else for Taurus? Anything else? I'm going to put these back in and just see, because that was a lot coming out at one time. What else for Taurus? I can tell you, with having done so many readings, if it's meant to come out, it will. I can even stop a recording because it feels chaotic or like it's going a certain direction, and some of or all of the same cards will come back out. Possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, and risk. So some of the things you do, like we talked about with the Seven of Cups, are going to feel like a risk. But it's being able to focus on the possibilities, the opportunities that are in front of you, that childlike, free-spirited nature that we were talking about, and adventure, and just being able to find a balance between the two. So I think those are the two cards for you from that deck. Oh, and Nourish, that makes sense, especially for you, Taurus. Nourish, self-growth, self-focused, and soul-finding. And that's what I talked about earlier, just balancing that ability to focus on your needs and to heal. We talked about that with the Star card that I'm not going to pick up because I have to censor. That's the word I'm looking for. Censor her. But yeah, finding some of those comforts and things, but having balance with it, not going too far, allowing yourself to feel comfortable again. All right, so we are going to pull at least one card from the Inner Child Oracle by Amanda Lynn Ailsling. This is the guidebook, just so you have a reference. And let's see what your inner child is asking you to do. Your inner child is wanting to speak up for sure. All right. 25, which breaks down to a 7. Listen, your inner child has something to say. So take some time to focus on that inner child, because that inner child is going to help you to figure out how to nourish yourself and how to consider the possibilities. It's knowing that some of those passions and things that maybe you put behind before, you were told they were childish or that they should just be hobbies or whatever. Those might be the key. We'll see if there's anything else, but Taurus, I feel like this is a pretty full reading. And I am excited for you to be able to allow yourself that space to heal and take some time to yourself and figure out what it really is that you want. So you don't have to feel like you have to stay in this hermit mode, or you want to be in the hermit mode. You can be in the world, but to feel more comfortable within it. So 29, which breaks down to an 11, which is a master number. Run wild. Let your inner wild child run forth. You got to get back into that playful childlike sacral chakra energy. Notice that this horse has orange sacral chakra colored butterfly wings on it. This is a time of transformation, and it's a time of going back in order to move forward. So allowing that inner child to let you know what it is that you really want, and not shutting yourself down just because maybe others don't understand. Thank you, Taurus, for letting me hold space for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated with you. As I've said before, I think, always feel free to leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe, things that help to get the messages to more people. That is definitely my goal with these general readings, the channeled readings that I share. And if you'd like a private reading to look at specific things for yourself, those are available as well. I hope to see you again, I guess, end of March, beginning of April. Take care.